If you're a millennial trying to get into the housing market, then this video is going to be the only one that you need to watch. In your 20s, buying a home may seem like a pipe dream. With housing costs today on an entry-level salary, it's not an easy task. But a ton of millennials are considering home buying in 2023 and aren't quite sure where to start. There are a few things that you need to know before becoming a homeowner, and they are packed with important information to avoid you making costly moving mistakes. So make sure to keep watching. Welcome to my channel, everybody. I'm Vanessa Papania. I'm a real estate agent at eXp here in Toronto, and I put up videos every week to give you updates on the Toronto market. So if you would like to get in touch with me to learn about joining my team or anything real estate related, my contact information is below. You can even book a direct meeting with me, and please make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss another video. Before I get started, if you want a copy of my Toronto relocation guide that breaks down all of the amenities, features, and communities in Toronto, drop your info in the comments below and I will gladly send you a copy absolutely free. So let's dive in. Did you know that millennials are now the single biggest group of home buyers in our country? But is this move right for you too? Let's break it down. First question you want to ask yourself is, are you eligible? If you have a sufficient credit score, steady income, and enough savings to cover the down payment and closing costs, you may be eligible to buy a home. Also, keep in mind that most mortgage lenders require a 2-year job history to qualify for an income loan. So if you're brand new to your career, you may not have enough of an established work history to get financing. But if you determine that you are eligible, the benefits of home ownership are huge, especially when you are younger. A home is a long-term investment, and when you're younger, you have more time for that investment to grow. So if you stay in the new home long enough, you could build serious wealth. Real estate wealth can be flexible too, because there are so many things that you can do with it. Obviously, houses appreciate in value, so selling it for a profit at a later date is the #1 reason. But you can also turn it into an income-earning rental property when you're ready to move up or borrow against your home's value at a low interest rate to generate cash flow. Homeowners also help 20-somethings because it means consistent and reliable payments. So there are no more annual rent hikes from your landlord. There's more control to customize the property. You can do whatever you want to it once you own it. And there are tax benefits too for homeowners that comes with several potential benefits that might lower your tax burdens and increase your annual refund. You could also be saving monthly housing costs because rents have been skyrocketing in most cities, including Toronto, over the last few years. So mortgage payments are often comparable or lower than rent payments. And finally, you have the option of renting out your property on Airbnb or other similar sites to make extra cash as needed. So how do you go about the home buying process if it is your first time and you are eligible? Here's where to start. Step 1. Prepare your credit and your finances. So even if you're in a solid place with your income and your expenses, it's important to take some time to prep your finances before applying for a mortgage or starting your home search. This is going to help you better afford your monthly payment, and it'll improve the mortgage rates that you'll be offered as well. So make sure that you start by working on your credit, start paying off your debts, beginning with your highest interest ones first. If you have any collections to your name, settle those and make sure that your accounts are in good standing. Cut out any unnecessary expenses. You'll want to have a good cushion in your savings account before purchasing a home. Your mortgage and your down payment are not the only costs that you're going to have when you are buying a home. So make sure that you're also prepared for any kind of moving expenses, new furniture, property taxes, and more. You'll want to have some wiggle room in your budget to account for these things. Step 2, minimize your down payment and your closing costs. The old 20% down rule isn't necessarily true anymore, but you will still face some serious upfront costs when buying a home. So on top of your down payment, you're also going to need to cover the closing costs, and those can range anywhere from 2 to 5% of the total purchase price of the home. Fortunately, there are ways to lower these upfront costs, or at least make them easier to afford, so make sure that you speak with a mortgage broker to find the best solution for you. Step number 3, find the right home. The first step in the home shopping process is to determine what sort of payments you can afford by getting a pre-approval letter from a mortgage broker. You can also use a mortgage calculator to calculate the price of the range that you're comfortable with, and it makes sure that it can still leave enough room for cash flow to cover any other monthly expenses as well. Once you have a solid price range in mind, start your home search. You should consider working with a real estate agent who is familiar with the area that you are trying to buy in. And once you find the one, you can submit an offer. Make sure that you have a list of must-haves and nice-to-haves though when touring homes, and bring this list with you during every showing so that you can compare apples to apples. Step number 4 is get your mortgage lined up. To start the mortgage process, you'll first need to find the right lender. There are hundreds of potential options, from big banks and financial institutions to smaller firms and credit unions. I highly recommend using a mortgage broker for this step, since a mortgage broker can compare different rates for you at no cost to you. Once all is said and done, you'll get your keys to the home of your choosing, and also don't forget to check your eligibility as a first-time home buyer. The first-time home buyer incentive is a shared equity mortgage with the Government of Canada, which offers 5 or 10% for a first-time home buyer's purchase of a newly constructed home, 5% for a first-time home buyer's purchase of a resale home, 5% for a first-time home buyer's purchase of a new or resale or mobile home, and there it is. I hope that you guys found value in this video. If you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment below or message me on social media, or schedule a one-on-one call with me as well. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you guys found this video useful, and I will see you next week.